Ngā mihi o te wā in the headlines, political rhetoric ran red hot today in Parliament as opposition MPs added their voices to the anti-asset land sales hikoi. No government MPs were present to greet the over 2,000 protesters who gathered in front of Parliament House. Mana leader Hone Harawira exhorted opponents to put political allegiances aside and work together.
Our grandparents built these assets that these want to sell out from under us.
New Zealand First leader Winston Peters says any assets sold will be renationalised under a change of government.
When we do regain power, we're taking it back and not for a cent more than they paid for it.
Anti-asset land sales hikoi organiser Mike Smith told New Zealand's Rema it will be detrimental for the government to ignore their message.
It's not necessary. There's other ways that we can find our way out of the debt that we're currently in. And so it's not the only solution to the problems that the nation has at the moment.
Submissions closed today for the public to have its say on whether the former Palace Hotel site opposite Auckland's Sky Tower is to become a 15-storey high-rise brothel. Catholic Bishop Pat Dunn told New Zealand's Rema that his concern is to keep that part of Auckland family-friendly.
It's still an area where a lot of ordinary people gather to catch buses or tourists, view the city or even go up the tower. And it's just introducing to these streets an activity that we think is somewhat unsavoury.
The Prime Minister was in Auckland today for the official opening of Elam Christian College's new primary school. John Key was joined by two of the school's students to unveil the plaque where the junior campus is built, a few kilometres away from its senior campus. Principal Murray Burton says having the school will give them room to expand.
For a number of years now we've had a long waiting lists. We've wanted to grow, but we just didn't have the land. So the miracle was that the Ministry of Education agreed to lease us this land and allow us to build permanently on it. So we can grow this school here, this junior campus we call it, through to about 800 students eventually.
The United Future leader is furious at the decision to replace TVNZ7 with the Freeview channel repeating TV1's programmes an hour later. Peter Dunn told New Zealand's Rema to do so is an insult to the New Zealand public.
What we're going to have is a repeat of TV1 an hour later will just be an insult to all those people, because the one thing they don't want is more of the crass, dumbed down, sort of introverted self-promotion nonsense you get from TV1.
It appears league fans prefer to watch the Warriors under lights. The Warriors are on track for their biggest Mount Smart Stadium crowd of the season tomorrow night when they host the Brisbane Broncos. Chief Executive Wayne Scara says they've already pre-sold around 17,500 tickets. And thin is no longer in, according to Vogue magazine. 19 editors from around the world have made a pact to stop using models who are too skinny or appear to have an eating disorder. The fashion magazine says it's time to promote healthy body images. That's it from me from the Rema newsroom. Remember, you can catch our hourly headlines on Shine TV from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday. Mauri ora.